Hi Capricorn, welcome back to Peaceful Oracle. This is your weekly reading for November 29th to December 5th. So here is your theme for this week, the big picture. So it feels like there's a lot of changes, and with these changes, it may be difficult sometimes to see how everything is fitting together. And I think that this week, I'm seeing that you may have a moment of clarity or illumination around how something is being divinely guided, or why something had to happen the way that it happened, and why we had to experience some certain things in order for us to grow on a soul level. Feels like there's a lot of clarity that's coming in for you this week, Capricorn. And I feel like the month of December for you as well is going to be a month of a lot of clarity. And I feel like it will also help you to release a lot of old baggage, a lot of old memories and experiences as well, which is perfect to prepare you for this coming year. Because I think that there's some really great projects. I'm hearing really big projects, or something like a path that will really inspire you that you're about to walk on in the year of 2022. And it feels like there's just this singular focus on that. It feels like your energy will just be I'm hearing the word hardlined, like it'll just be, I'm not seeing like your energy being too dispersed into many different directions. It kind of feels like they're showing me a picture of those old toy, the one, I think they were called jacks. I can't remember if that was the right name for them. It's kind of, you pick them up and then you kind of drop them on the, like I can't remember the name of that game where you drop them and then you pick them up as quickly as you can. And they're like these little metal balls or metal spiky looking things. I don't know if you guys will know what I'm talking about, but they're showing me this like this disperse of energy, like something just being dropped and needing to kind of like pick up the pieces. And that's what it felt like this year was 2021, where there was a lot of just kind of breaking down of old things and dismantling of, I'm hearing, thought patterns, perceptions, and just old ways of doing things or old ways of being is what I'm hearing. So I feel like this year was a lot of repair work, and it was a lot of clarity, truth coming in. And I really like 2022 because it feels like there's a fresh new start, new beginning here. And it's going to feel like you are not going to really be wasting your time in other things that don't really seem to spark too much interest in you. It feels like you're going to find a passion or a real desire or interest to invest your energy into maybe one or two things possibly. I'm seeing mostly one. And I feel like there is this persistence or consistency into that project or something that you really care about, something you really love. And it's going to really produce beautiful results by the end of the year of 2022. So you'll see this like gradual growth and change for you, Capricorn, which is really beautiful. And I know I'm just talking about this week, but then they started showing me how 2022 is going to start showing up for you, which I'll hopefully I can get more details for you when I do the yearly videos for you. But yeah, I kind of feel like in this week, perhaps that clarity will start setting in where this next year is going to be taking you is what I'm seeing. And it will kind of give you a head start or a projection of maybe some of the things that you need to prepare for in order to prepare yourself for this next coming year and all the beautiful things that are coming in here for you. So be prepared for some illumination, some clarity, perhaps some dreams, something I'm hearing also something may come up in a song, like listening to something in a radio, someone saying something or something coming up in a conversation. So just pay attention to some of the, synchronicities and the signs that are coming up around you, numbers, all kinds of things. And I'm kind of hearing that it'll be something that will be unique to you. So your guides will be sending you those messages or those signs they're showing me through things that uniquely resonate with you. So something that will feel special to you. So pay attention to that. So for example, they're showing me, if you have like a special connection with a certain animal, like a ladybug or a hummingbird or something like that, like if that has a special connotation with you already, then you may start seeing that showing up a lot for you, or something like that, or a special song that has a lot of significance or meaning to you, or it reminds you of someone. Then that will kind of, and you randomly hear that song somewhere and you'll feel something. You'll feel like something's trying to tell you something. So that's what they're showing me. It'll be something uniquely resonant with your life, or something you've experienced, or something that you really connect with in your life. Like it'll remind you of someone or something like that, some kind of connection that you have. So really cool clarity, very nice coming in here for you this week, Capricorn. Beautiful. Let's get into your tarot cards here. So, beautiful. 10 of Wands. Yeah. So letting go of some heavy baggage. This is also, being able to See, this is another thing about with the clarity that's coming in is with the 10 of Wands is, you may be carrying more than you need to, is what I'm seeing. And there's something that needing to be honest and needing to see the honest truth about where you're at and where you want to be. And I'm hearing that this is of service to you. With the 10 of Wands, this is going to be of great service to you because you may be seeing something in a certain light that needs to end, that needs to be put down, that you're carrying on your shoulders. And it will help you. There'll be something, the clarity that comes in will help you to put something heavy down because you'll see that you're unnecessarily carrying it. Like it's just adding unnecessary weight to where you need to go. And I feel like you'll feel ready. You'll kind of see it and you'll be like, why am I carrying this? Why? There's no need for me to be holding on to this. It's time for me to put this down here. Yeah, see, and I love this, the star. So it could be something that's getting in the way of you being able to move forward. I feel like with the star card, there may be an opportunity for travel. So some of you may be traveling this week or having plans to travel, to go somewhere. I'm hearing dreams as well with the star. So there may be something here about seeing something in your dreams or having some kind of intuition or like intuitive messages through your dreams. You also may be experiencing like a healing through your dreams as well, is what I'm seeing. So there may be an opportunity for, now it's almost as if they're showing me that sometimes when we're awake and doing our everyday thing, sometimes it takes a little bit longer to heal something because we have to battle with our conscious mind. We kind of start to reason our way. The ego starts to get in the way. We start to reason, think about things, try to process things on a conscious level. When the healing, it takes a little bit longer for the healing to happen. So what they're showing me here is that some things may be easier to heal when you're sleeping, when you're dreaming, because then it's almost like your guides are kind of just, helping you to release things through that dream state, because it's just easier that way. We don't get in our own way. So they're showing me here. Okay, let's do a clarifying card for the moon for the middle of the week. There's a lot of reflecting. There's a lot of reflection here, and there's a lot of returning to yourself, coming back to yourself. Something being replenished is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm also seeing with the Knight of Cups. There's something being replenished, like you're choosing to give something back to yourself that you might have feel like you had to put down or let go of. So there may be a time this week where you spend a lot of time in reflection. You may feel as though there's not a whole lot of movement forward and that you're being blocked. Like no matter what you're trying or what you're doing, that you're feeling kind of stagnant and stuck. And just because it kind of feels like there's no clarity or no direction coming in, which is, really interesting that we have this big picture, because the main word I heard with that was clarity. So even if you're feeling as though things aren't really making sense or you're kind of wandering into the dark here, I feel like you have some inner knowledge or intuitive knowing. It's almost like you're trusting just the one like the foot ahead. Like you're not able to see all the way down the path, but you're kind of just putting one foot in front of the other. So you can only see like one feet ahead of you almost. And you're just kind of going, trusting that, you know? Okay. Let's clarify the 10 of Wands and the Star. Ooh. Wow, yeah, I like this. I always like it when the World card shows up with the 10 of Wands because that clarifies this really significant ending. There's definitely something ending here for you. And I feel like there's, and I love that we have the Star card because then we have this, I'm feeling like there's like this new beginning here for you, something where it's almost like there's a gift. There's a gift coming in. And there's also something here about feeling almost a bit more vulnerable. There's an air of vulnerability to this reading for you this week. So there may be something, and I'm almost kind of hearing that it might make you a bit uncomfortable because it's like you may be someone who, you know, enjoys having your, I'm seeing like you enjoy just, you know, kind of keeping, you don't want to show people obviously like the things that you don't want to be seen, but it almost feels like there's something here about seeing something in yourself that you rather not see, but it's almost as if you kind of need to see it in order for you to move forward. So there may be kind of a moment of realization or something kind of coming to light where it makes you feel a bit vulnerable and a bit like you don't have a whole lot of control over what's going on. So be prepared for that. But at the same time, it feels like a necessary truth. It feels like something you need to see or something that you need to face in order for you to kind of move on or almost I'm hearing the word come alive or feel like you're going through a rebirth in a way. It's kind of like a rite of passage is what I'm hearing here. Yeah. See the Moon and the Hanged Man. So with the Page of Swords, I'm hearing message. So I'm kind of feeling like someone may give you a message. There may be some kind of form of communication between two people or some kind of interaction or conversation is what I'm hearing. There could be a conversation between two people where it maybe brings some light to a situation that has left you feeling very stuck and in the dark and not really knowing how to move forward. So communication here is really important. I'm also hearing that if you feel like there's some kind of situation with someone in your life where you're not really sure where we're going or where we're heading, to communicate with them and open up that line of communication with them. Let me pick an extra one here. Let me see. I actually want to pick another clarifying card for both of these here. But let me do one for the Page of Swords first. So clarifying card for the Page of Swords. I'm hearing with the Page of Swords that there's something about also, you know, listening for the signs or listening for direction. It's like you're kind of waiting for something to come in. You're waiting for some kind of sign and knowing what direction to move in next. Wow, beautiful. The Sun. This is happiness and joy. So yeah, I really feel like there's going to be some kind of communication or something that comes in, some kind of knowledge that comes in that will help you to move forward in a direction that you're going to really love. And it will help you it will really, I think the clarity will bring in, I love that we have the Moon and then the Sun. The Sun is clarifying the Moon. So something that was hidden in the dark or something that was not clear to you will come to light this week with some kind of communication and it will help you to move forward. So yeah, this seems like a good week for that. So kind of almost feels like a relief. This is really beautiful. I love it when the Sun card comes up. Yeah, illumination. Ooh. Wow. Okay. The King of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles the 10 of Swords, and the 9 of Wands. So this is about learning from the past. And I kind of feel like this is about some kind of karmic pattern with the past, some kind of habits, or some kind of, with the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, it feels like there's some kind of, some kind of pattern or path that you may have been engaging in. Like, it's a cycle, which is what the World card is as well. The World card is cycles, patterns that are coming to an end. And so we have in the beginning of the week something really significant and something that has become exhausting. And I'm hearing addiction. So there might be some kind of attachment or addiction to something. We don't have the Devil card, but I'm kind of sensing that there's like a pattern or a cycle that keeps happening or that kept happening. And it might have been something that really stood in your way quite often. And so there's an ending that's coming in here for that. And the 9 of Wands, I really like that we have the 9 of Wands here, because the 9 of Wands is from learning from those lessons. It's learning from the past. It's being able to step forward into our new path with carrying the lessons and the wisdom that we've learned. It's the Wounded Warrior is the 9 of Wands. And being able to use those lessons as our guiding lights as we go forward. I really feel like you're going to be applying a lot of your past to where you're going. And then we have the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So this could also be something where you're kind of learning maybe what might have worked for you and what not, and what has worked for you and what has not worked for you in terms of career, business, in terms of building a solid foundation for yourself. It kind of feels like, you're going into this new stage, again, with that 9 of Wands energy. You're learning from the past, you're carrying those lessons forward. And so it almost kind of makes you, a master or a pro at learning how to cultivate stability. And there may also be a new beginning in prosperity here for you. There may be something actually kind of breaking down here for you when it comes to your stability. I kind of feel like there's something like that happening. There's something that wasn't working or something that was kind of run its course is what I'm hearing. But I kind of feel that you're strong. Like you're not really going into it with a sense of panic or a sense of, I'm hearing the word responsibility. So it's almost like you're approaching whatever changes are happening for you, Capricorn, with an air of, I'm going to handle this. I'm going to deal with it. Very grounded, very centered, and very practical, and also very careful is what I'm kind of seeing. I'm seeing that there is an energy of being very methodical and careful with what decisions you make. And this could be in your job, in your career. It could also be how to manage like family finances. Like maybe you're cutting back or cutting down or being a bit more conservative. And I kind of feel like that's actually setting you up for some extra cushion or security. So I'm seeing some of you just planning out finances this week as well with the Ace of Pentacles, because it's almost like you're trying to create like a cushion or a buffer for yourself. So that there's a focus there as well. Okay, let's go into the Knight of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles here. Some of you I'm hearing like a new job opportunity or something here that I'm hearing. It could also be like a side business, or I'm hearing that there's a sudden or kind of surprising flow of income from somewhere. So it could be something that you picked up on the side, or like an investment that you made that's yielding some kind of reward. But I kind of feel like it's renewing your hope. With the Knight of Cups, I'm hearing renewal of hope. So someone may also come in as a messenger of renewal of hope when it comes to some kind of stability, or being able to bring in something, because it could be something where some of you might have been worried. Maybe finances were low or something like that, where someone comes in and kind of saying like, hey, look, I got this bonus, or I got this like promotion, or something like that. I'm not really sure, but something where it feels like a surprise too, or kind of it catches you off guard a little bit. But but in a good way, like it's a happy surprise. And I'm hearing a sigh of relief. Like there's a sigh of relief that, wow, beautiful. King of Cups. I'm feeling worry from the King of Cups, like worried and a little bit really almost like kind of really sitting in their emotions, or really sitting in their, like contemplating over their emotions, but a bit detached is what I'm seeing. So there might have been someone here who has the King of Cups energy that is has been a bit worried about perhaps money, about some form of stability. But I kind of feel like there's some kind of offer here, or some arrival is what I'm sensing. There's like an arrival, and it feels like it kind of comes out of the blue, or it's a surprise. So some of you could also have someone who is a King of Cups in your life that comes in with some kind of gift, or some kind of loan, or some kind of offering of love, or some kind of and it feels like it's going to give you a sense of safety and stability, and something that will help you to relax. It feels like there's an energy of relief, or like you can finally relax with this energy. So some kind of gift coming in, or some kind of surprise. So that's really nice. I like this energy here. This is good. This is like feels like a gift almost. Let me pick one more. We clarify the King of Cups. Five of Wands and Two of Swords. Yeah, I was feeling like there's some kind of worry, or some kind of internal struggle is what it kind of feels like. So there might have been someone who was like internally battling with themselves, or someone that was kind of struggling with themselves and just kind of holding themselves back. It really felt like there's someone here who has just been disconnected and really up in their mind and really in their emotions, but not expressing too much of it. So just being really conservative with how much they're expressing. So if this is you, this might be, I'm kind of feeling this might be a good week to kind of allow yourself to express some of your emotions. You don't have to necessarily express them to other people, but it kind of feels like there's something being built up or kind of pent up. So I think that this week might be a good week to express or allow some emotions to kind of flow, is what I'm hearing here. I think it'll feel good, or it'll feel like maybe that's the relief that I'm feeling. Because it feels like there is some kind of stress or internal battle, and it would be beneficial to find an outlet or some kind of release of that pressure or that stress if there's something kind of really up in the mind, Wow. Yeah. Okay. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Judgment card. So being lifted out of a situation that hasn't been working out is what I'm hearing. And something kind of, it almost kind of feels like there's, again, with that clarity, there's like a truth. There's like a truth that you're seeing or you're admitting to yourself. It feels like there's something that needs to come out, almost like a something that's like, it's about to like boil over if you don't release it. Because it feels like there's something kind of being repressed or like pushed down because you don't want to look at it. So I think that this would also be a good week for that, like allowing yourself to express, open up. And again, I did feel that energy of being vulnerable, because there could be something that you're just keeping in because you just don't like that feeling of being vulnerable. But I kind of feel like there's something here that's going to, ask you to be vulnerable. But it will benefit you. It's something that may make you uncomfortable, but at the same time, it's going to help you to feel better at the same time. So don't push it away. If something like that comes up, like don't repress it, just allow whatever needs to come up. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, let's go into guidance cards here. Capricorn. What is a guidance card for Capricorn this week for November 29th? Spirit heals. And self-involved. it feels like you might need to kind of disengage a little bit from the outside world, or maybe from people around you. You may also need to kind of protect your energy a bit, is what I'm seeing, because it feels like you're needing to spend some time with yourself, especially with the spirit heals. It's like allowing yourself to be very honest. And it kind of feels like there's something here, something that's been there for a really long time. So maybe like a wound or some kind of memory or experience kind of resurfaces for you, and it causes you to really reflect or open your eyes about something. And so you may take some time in order for you to heal. There's a lot of healing happening here for you beneath the surface, whether you're kind of actively engaged in it or not. Feels like there's something shifting inside you. And it almost feels like the more time goes on, you're going more deeper and deeper into that space. So, and I'm also hearing that everything is happening exactly the way it's supposed to happen. Everything is happening for a reason and the way it's supposed to happen is what I'm hearing. Okay, what is a challenge card for Capricorn this week for November 29th to the 5th? Challenge card for Capricorn for this week of November 29th to December 5th. Okay, tick-tock. It feels like you may have this sense of like urgency on the inside, like as if time is running out, that you feel like maybe people are like watching you, waiting on you, looking at you. And so that may be something that you're kind of struggling with here. So I'm hearing take off the pressure. Take off the pressure of giving yourself some kind of timeline of how and when you think something is supposed to look or when it's supposed to happen. And that's interesting because I just got that message that everything is happening exactly the way it's supposed to be happening. So rest assured that it's not, everything is, happening the way it's supposed to happen. Yeah, flexible. So I feel like, so this is what you can look forward to. Actually, this is something that's really coming. So this is something, what they're telling me is that if we can remain flexible with the way the picture is shifting, then it will actually help you to see how something is shifting in your favor. And that we kind of need to let go of some of the rigidity of some of the plans that we had. Like, if we kind of saw our life or the way things needed to happen, like they needed to happen this way or they needed to go this way, that if something is being rerouted, to allow yourself to be a bit more flexible. And when we can do that, you'll actually see that the alternative route or the way things are being kind of maneuvered in a different direction are actually benefiting you or moving you into something that actually serves you a lot better and that is more resonant and in alignment with who you are. I'm also seeing that it also may some of you may get an idea that is a little bit different from what you normally would do. It will feel kind of out of the blue, and it will actually ask you to walk in, a different direction than what you would have thought of for yourself. So again, I'm seeing that there's something here about, intuitive messages or some guidance that's coming in here for you. And so it's important that you remain flexible in maybe what you feel like the path that you're being asked to walk down. Because it's leading somewhere, but since it's not something that you might have necessarily really sketched out for yourself, it's almost like you're being guided in that direction. It's like you don't really know where this is headed, so it makes you feel a bit apprehensive. Yeah. Okay, very interesting week this week, Capricorn. There's a lot of trust, intuition, and clarity coming in here for you. So just take it one step at a time, but I think that it'll be a good week here for you. Just a lot of things coming to the surface. Okay, that's your reading for this week. I hope it was helpful and you resonated with it. If you did resonate with it, don't forget to like and subscribe, as it helps me to tune into your energy better and also helps to grow the channel. Thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you for next week. Bye, Capricorn.